didn't preach it all. No. It's all in the blues, all in all the truth. I say the truth hurt. I'm lying to you. All right, new set. Let's go. Well, we're about to find out how good it's going. Oh, there's so many. Oh my god, there's so many. That's kind of neat. No, I'm doing the midweek brawl thing. Well, how many Black Panthers are there? Also, what color is Black Panther? Is he like green, white? Oh, it was close. So we're on the. There's 6 of every character again, kind of thing. Yeah, this is Fairy Mastermind. This might see play in CEH because what's the fairy? Whatever the fairy is, whenever someone draws, it's the same text box. Yeah, this might see play in CEDH. I don't find it terribly exciting in Baseball Modoc. All right, well, I tried. I just tried that, it didn't work. Oh, I don't have any mythics. All right. We have no access to mythics. No access. Huh. Okay, a lot of the maybe look at the rares. And they're gonna card his owner's hand. Oh, that's pretty neat. Who'd I just skip? Modoc? Oh boy. Oh, that's cool. A commander that finds a different commander. That's neat. Sacrifices a non-token creature. Oh, that's pretty neat. Like, that's not, actually, it's not. It's not that bad. I mean, it costs 5 and doesn't do anything immediately, but you know, it's kind of neat, I guess. Yeah, I know. I, I know. People are talking about the mythic one. I'm just referring. Someone said the rare one was really bad, and it's not that bad. There's a lot of Phyrexian arenas in the game. Hello. The land enters this way. Interesting. So a flashing Yorion, but you can't play white cards? Eh? Isn't Y'shtola do the same thing? What's Y'shtola do? Something like that. Yeah, it's a weird looking this one's weird. Has very weird 4 abilities. Very weird. Oh hey, it's a what's the dude? The 3-mana 3/3? The Phyrexian dude or something? Or I guess also kind of like Finn, but you have to actually kill your opponent instead of just swinging 5 times. Man, the villain hero thing, I don't know if there's a lot of support for that. Oh, that's kind of neat. Except if it's your commander, your opponent just knows it's always going to happen. Still kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, Gix. Yeah, I think that's it. It's like Gix. Okay. The overwhelming swarm of options are it's less overwhelming now that I'm reading them. Most of these would die on turn 1 or lose on turn 1. Wait, what does this do? It's in your opening hand. You start the game with it. Huh. Source deals damage to you. Like Screaming Nemesis? Oh, yeah. Daredevil seems pretty good. I like that. Or at least cool. Is it total? Whenever a source steals. Oh. I thought your opponent got punished for hitting you. Never mind. You have to hurt yourself. Oh, no. It's not as cool anymore. No. It's not as cool anymore. Or you can't spell it targets only a single creature. Gain control of it. Okay, so you acted treason. How do you target things without killing them in a mono red deck? Like you can't lightning bolt the creature you acted treason, right? How do you do this? It has to be a spell? You can't target it with like some artifact that taps things? I guess the question is, how does Dack Fayden do it? How does Dack Fayden do it? Tragic. Pump spells. Auras and stuff? Yeah. And then ideally you sack them. Although maybe you don't even have to sacrifice them because you can like steal them over and over. Okay. There's probably enough pump spells in the game to beat an opposing deck that actually has creatures in it and hope you don't play against Teferi. I don't think I've ever seen that Spider-Man suit. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, Steals damage. Oh, wait, that much damage. Okay, it's not the casting cost of the discarded spell, but still, I guess it's like Faith and Looting does too. I kind of like that. Instant sorceries you cast 4 costs X for a second. So 4s are cheaper. This is like Rowan, except it's stuck at 4. So you can't discount things like oh, you also just can't play black spells. Oh shoot. Yeah, that seems like Rowan. Land, copy it. Use new targets. Instant sorcery targets an artifact or land. So you can double land destruction, like double Stone Rain. Target a land with Stone Rain, copy it, new target. Okay. You don't infinitely loop. It doesn't like copy. You have to cast the original. That's kind of cool, like double Stone Rain. You're missing green though. I don't know, someone will try it. The hero and villain ones there's just not much going on with that. It's hard to do that. Event, yeah. This one's cool. Unexpected windfall. Is it possible? Are there enough spells for this? Actually kind of curious about that. It's the last thing I thought I'd play first, but I'm actually kind of curious. This is my kind of card if there's enough things to actually win the game with it. What does buffing your power do? Just discount spells. Yeah. Buffing the power is okay, I guess. I'm more concerned about finding enough 4-mana spells that actually matter. What's Aurora the Fairy? What are these words? Oh, is it not a rare? Is it just a card? What are we talking about here? Misspell it? Does it not exist? Are we making stuff up? Oh, I thought there was her planets in the art. Like, is she the size of Galactus or something? Why is it not working? Sure you're typing it right? Flash? 3 mana? This thing? No. This? 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 It's not a Marvel card. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, I'm focused on the commander for now, but yeah, there's a bunch of cards that are reprints that are not necessarily new. I'm gonna look at I'm actually gonna look at Scarlet Witch and want to see how many spells there are to actually cast. I guess I'll focus on the first step there. Is it a villain? It's not a villain. Okay. Scarlet Witch is a mutant? Is Scarlet is an X-Men? I thought it was not X-Men. I don't. You know what? I don't care. 4-minute combinations. The spell and target villains. Instant or sorcery? Alright, is this possible? Because I'm gonna say it probably isn't. Sack a creature. Well, that ain't gonna work out. 6 damage to something, draw discard. We have a wheel. Guardian, draw 2. It becomes night. Discard any number of cards. Choose target creature you control. Spells. Alright, well, you have the 3 ones that we've had forever that are extremely good, and then you don't really have anything else. Discard and draw a card for each card you discard it. Discard any number of cards. I didn't know there were that many, like, Valakut wheels. Yeah, there's the capstone, I guess. 3 damage to each creature without flying. Well, that kind of kills my commander. Okay, maybe not enough going on here at 4. Is this? No, this is all the way up to this max. This could cost 3. Kind of neat. Okay, well, that's kind of it for card draw. Not really that great. I don't think we're blowing up lands in time. Oh god. Paradigm. Guess that. Oh dear. Pyrokinesis. Oh, if this was just a second color. Oh, if it's just a second color. It's just not there, man. We don't have the tools. What does this do? We can make goblins. Empty the warrens cost 2. All right, it's not. It's just the tools aren't really there. You play Ruby Medallion, and then I guess the Ruby Crystal, and then like oh, Limitless Rekindling. Does it? Do you? No, you don't. Okay. I suppose there's a world where this wins the game, I guess. But I mean that doesn't That's at the end of everything. That's the same as like what is it? Grape shot. That's after you've done something, which I don't think you can do the thing. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you can play the discounters, Ruby Medallion, all that jazz, but I don't think there's enough cards in here that care about Scarlet Witch. And you're stuck in red. Alright, well, one day. I don't think that's today, but one day. One day. Don't have the payoff cards. I don't think I'm going to play a colorless deck. Unless there's one that's like actually interesting. I don't know. Oh, there's so much text. Huh. Well, there's not a lot of colorless legendaries. It gets counters, but it has to swing. Okay, maybe that's not a thing. Yeah, I'm sure there's some interesting uncommon ones. I just haven't shrinking the available options to look at any one time. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it immune to spot removal? Is that true? It's not just your spells? It is immune to spot removal. Okay. That's funny. And then you can like it's not my kind of deck, but it forces me to play things I don't normally play. Why not? You know what? Whatever. There's only so much time in the day. Let's do it. There's a lot of commanders in place. A lot of commanders to play. Oh man, this yeah, those the first step was picking a commander. The second step is the rest of everything. Well, I have 15 rares. That's a good start. Unless of course it isn't. So I guess is it prowess just because it kind of just has +2/+2 prowess as a concept attached to the card? Wait, Mistcloak Herald. Oh, okay, it's not a new card. I like that art though. Man, if Merfolk looked like that, they'd be nuts. Dark Depths Absorbing Man. How do you get Dark Depths in play? I guess any burn spell ever. Whenever you discard. Yeah. Everything's a legend? Yep. Apparently. Feel bad for those standard enjoyers. You can't play more than one copy of anything. You can play at the same time. Which probably means a lot of this might not see a lot of competitive play. Even in standard, because like you can't play more than one of the same thing. Power up. Do you counter this creature draw 2? Okay, I guess the question is target. Is it just spells? Oh yeah, Joda's got a pile of more random stuff it can cascade into. I think it had a really good creature on each mana cost already, so it probably doesn't care, but I'm sure there's like 20 or so slightly better legendaries for Joda. Joda's probably a funny start with a deck, with the set coming out. If I could just play Joda and randomly vomit heroes and villains in play and not have a have a maybe I should do that as a protest to all of them being legendaries. Okay, well let's look at spells so I can stop looking at things that don't seem to matter. Exile something, then it comes back with a 1/1 counter. Space shift. Okay, that's a target exile target artifact or creature. So you target your commander, gets +2/+2, and then like you potentially target something of your opponent's. Target player draws a card, and then up to one target creature connives. Sure. I'm sorry, teamwork? You may tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. Total power 2 or more. Okay, so it's like crewing spells. You can crew a spell? Huh. Actually not bad. Well, Commander doesn't have vigilance though. That that's a that's probably a playable counterspell though. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll play Joda soon. It's a way to get a bunch of new cards in the same deck, although that doesn't help me craft them. Choose one. Graveyard. Oh, it's got rebound. Return target non-live person's hand. Okay. Target artifact or creature comes an artifact with base power 4/4. Oh, this doesn't fly. I don't like that. I thought it had flying. It's still funny. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 and trample. Sure. Why not? Do you have to redirect it? Nope. Sure. Oh, there's a grape shot. Commander damage? Well, commander damage is 21, right? And we have 25 life in this format. That's kind of meh. I don't feel too bad about that. All right, let's go look at real cards from different sets. Unsummons work? Yeah, they do. There's no. It is nice that this kind of has hexproof. That's actually like kind of. This is really really nice, honestly. Like I don't really feel like I have to play Spell Pierce and stuff like that. Unsummons that give my commander 2 power is oddly interesting. Is it a wizard? Of course it's not a human hero. Oh, are there any hero spells that matter? That's a good question. I still have to make a brain freeze deck. I guess I could do it here. Oh no, we're missing LED. Never mind, I talked about that. I guess flow state's probably gonna do the thing that doesn't fly. This isn't ranked. I'm doing the midweek thing. I'd like some amount of other creatures, like Dragon Rage Channeler, all the other goofy Izzet things that annoy your opponent. Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt. Probably not Faithless Looting. Expedite is a card, I guess. I don't think I like Gamble. Lightning Bolt. We're absolutely playing Ragavan. Strangle. This got nerfed, right? Whenever you cast a creature spell, maybe it didn't. Whenever you cast a creature, it gains your choice of prowess or haste. Did this get nerfed? I thought this got nerfed. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It's fine here though. There's definitely enough spells in the game to make this work. Flare of Duplication? That might end up mattering. Stone Rain's weird. Alright, let's look at good creatures to play. Symmetry Sage, whenever you cast a spell. Power 3, yeah, that's fine. There's got to be like one card that's just really good, and I have no idea what it is. Whenever this attacks a random land in your library becomes a basic. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know about random 1/1 unblockables. I suppose Monstrous Rage is also good. Yeah, it can play some auras and stuff. I didn't look at auras yet. Fairy Mastermind. Yeah, this is the T'Challa. This is like T'Challa. I guess I kind of like. Malcolm. I don't like Tasha's. Snapcaster, I think. Volatile Stormdrake. I don't know if I want to give my opponent a 3/2. I don't know what you're talking about. Drake Hatcher? Terramander is a very easy thing to flip. We can also play Eddie Merc Crab and the other one. There's infinite spells in this deck. And then Tellurian whatever. I think that's fine. Can also probably play Treasure Cruise and whatnot. I don't think I like these unblockable 1-power creatures. This isn't Eureka. I don't know if doing 1 damage is that exciting. I don't think it is. Whenever this becomes the target of a spell. Yep. Suppose this is a prowess deck. Soulscar Mage? I don't know if this matters. I don't really have that many expensive spells at all. I forgot Force of Will. What do you do? Element. Okay, that's not gonna work out. What do you do? So Force of Negation, probably Subtlety. I don't know. Maybe not Subtlety, actually. Maybe not. These are okay. Yeah, we can play the draw card when you poke your opponent cards. Giving this unblockable with an aura feels like if that's what I have to do, there are problems. So I don't think I like those as much. Wait a minute, what? Am I reading this right? Is what? This just this just really good, isn't it? What? That's weird. Huh. That seems okay. That seems insane. It's like a curiosity, but you don't have to actually hit your opponent. Not sure I like a 4-mana card, but like if this is in play on my commander, I'm happy about it. My commander doesn't fly. Did I add DRC? I might have forgot. I didn't add DRC yet. I gotta remember. I didn't add Ragavan either. Super intelligence. That seems crazy. Suppose venturing into the dungeon is fine. Just don't want to play these. Ah, whatever. Let's throw them in. Who cares? Who cares? Let's add. I said Monstrous Rage. Where is that? Didn't Monstrous Rage get nerfed? No, it got banned, right? It got banned or something. Okay, Monstrous Rage is not an aura. I am now remembering. It creates an aura. Yes. All right. Lore. Let's do that. Gotta learn my lore. That's not how you spell that. Ragavan. Could play Vivi. Might of the Meek, isn't it a green card? Mythic's Mastery copies. I don't think it casts copies. Doesn't it cast the real one? Oh, no. I think you're right. I think you exile the real one and cast a copy of it. I don't think we're going to overload a Mythic's Mastery, though. Could play Underworld Breach and probably cast 1 or 2 spells with it. I'm going to play Invert Polarity out of absolute sheer spite of the card, having never won the flip. Yeah, the first, second, or third dude. This thing? What about the other one? Anywhere other than your hand. Okay, I probably don't actually do that. What was I thinking about? Who knows? Oh, Young Pyromancer. Do we like Young Pyromancer? Photon Blast? That's a mouthful. That's not how you spell that. I gotta stop typing in the dark. Get my light on. It only triggers the first time, though, I thought. You don't cast the copies, do you? Pretty sure you don't cast the copies, you just kill your commander. Pretty sure that doesn't work. Oh, I'm thinking of Might of the Masses. Might of the Meek is a card I've never read before. It also gets +1/+0 if you control a mouse. Okay. Oh, that doesn't target. Yeah, Photon Blast doesn't work. You do not cast the copies of them. You just copy them, and then you'd kill your commander. Assuming you did it for more than 2. Mox is interesting. Can run Treasure Cruise and whatever the other one is. Could also probably just play Katara. Probably find to play things on my opponent's turn, and then have. But then, like, Katara just wins, and. Already in here. I'm not looking at all that. No, I'm not going to do that. I dodge sweepers with counter spells. Okay. Oh, the lands. Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're new lands? Let me look at the... Yeah, let's look at the new lands. There's the... The blue... Oh, there isn't. Okay, so there's only 5 of the new dual-colored ones, I guess. Are there any interesting lands? Is there a Hero's Hideout? Oh, an untapped Surveil land. Cool. Actually, there might be a couple of those already. All right, well, no new lands. It's kind of sad. Don't think we care about artifacts or Spike Field Hazard. No, I'm not going to replace a land with that. Thundies. I'm I'm gonna say this is not a library deck. Yeah, there's only 5 though. There's not a blue-red one, which is what I said. Okay. Still, maybe slightly too few creatures. Maybe. I gotta start somewhere. Yeah, alright, it's been long enough. Let's actually play the game. Let's play the game. Alright. Alright. Marvel Set came out. A ton of commanders are in the game now. There's on the bright side, a lot of them are not brawl friendly. So while there looks like there's an insane amount of them, there's a lot that would severely struggle to kind of do anything. But maybe this one's kind of cool. So start here. This is a strange one. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, I've never heard of Speedball, like in comics or whatever, he gets +2/+2 at the end of turn, and then you can redirect the spell. So if your opponent Doomblades it, it gets +2/+2, and then you can move the Doomblade to a different target. This does effectively mean it has got hexproof, so don't expect your opponent to cast a spell on it for no reason. Unless it's the only creature in play, then it doesn't work. But it does swat away removal, which is kind of neat. If it's, again, the first and only creature in play, and your opponent lightning bolts it and doesn't play a creature, and then it's not great in that instance, I guess, but kind of neat. I thought it had flying. It doesn't, unfortunately. Looks like the character can basically fly, so I wish it did have flying. But yeah, so the curiosity effects, I'm not going to go over every new card that isn't a commander, because there's like 800,000 of them. But spell slingy prowess, there's certainly more creatures to play than I'm playing, and there's probably more ways to jam stuff like, whatchamacallit in here, treasure cruise and dig through time and whatnot. But for now, this is just what it looks like. Yeah, not much to say. Not much to say other than maybe need more creatures, and let's hope this can kill somebody with pseudo hexproof. This is the midweek brawl thing. Ranked is back. I thought ranked came back next week, but I guess it's this week. I'm in diamond right now, and I don't want to get like stomped on by the same 4 decks, so I'm gonna play in the midweek thing, and maybe actually play people who are playing new commanders. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens when I play this commander in this midweek thing. Does this have a restriction? Nope, there is no restriction on this midweek thing. I am very surprised at that. I'm very surprised. I wonder if that was a mistake. You think that was an accident, maybe? Like they didn't make it so you can only play the new ones? They've done that before. They did it with the Ninja Turtle one, remember? Or like I played the blue-green Ninja Turtle and it had the ranked ban list, so I could play Chromox for some reason. But I guess not this time. Which I would assume means a lot of people are just going to play some established thing that they already have or whatever. The restricted one is in a few weeks. Weird. Maybe they just want people to have time to get to their commanders and like pile up resources to actually play new commanders. I wonder how many people actually slowly take their time to get to stuff. Probably not many. I'm not sure everyone like buys a deck and calls it a day. Also, it looks like we disconnected from our first opponent. Oh, hey. It added a cancel button. I have never... Is that new? I, like, couldn't connect to my opponent, and then it said I could cancel. Though maybe it said cancel specifically because I, was looking for another opponent, and that one just disconnected from me. That was kind of cool. Also, I didn't look at my quests. Huh. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. This is Toph. This is the one people are excited with, Armageddon. Arden Scales. Alright. Not ideal. That is ideal. That is certainly ideal. Let's play that. And give it haste, right? Oh, that's a probably good idea. Look at that, we did the thing. We did it. We did the thing. Seismic Sense. This is a... yeah. Oh, tragic. Man, I was like one off on the curve. Kind of tragic. Alright, now we just need a fetch land. I'm not leaving it wash away for my opponent's commander. Earthbend 2. Sure, so I can target this. Oh boy. Redirect. Okay, we did it. I didn't mess it up. I didn't mess it up. Curiosity. I'm not going to redirect this to the Architect. I'm not going to redirect that. Let's swing. Draw. We're doing it. Oh, we're doing it. Alright, let's play that. Leave up counter spells. I would have been nice to cast this, but I'd rather leave up this. Belladar Spaghetti. Let's not let that be a thing. And then, oh! I mean, I have to. I have to. I have to. Draw. Cavern on human. Cavern on clown. Let's play literally nothing. Yep. That's my TED Talk. Come on, let me steal it. Okay, I stole it. Look at that, I did it. I stole a card that doesn't matter. Let's take Flow State. Play you. Flow State. I did it though, I won the coin flip. I actually did it. I actually did it. Look at us go. Swing. Oh, now I can't swing on my commander because they have the thing in the way. Right? There's no... Yep, there's nothing fancy I can do. I suppose I'm okay with brainstorming. Guess I should have done it pre-combat. Let's do that and that. That. Yeah, alright. Miss a damage. Also, maybe I just didn't have to counter this. I got excited with my thing. Counter that. So I can Snapcaster Chain Lightning. No, because then my opponent can pay mana to redirect it. Guess I Snapcaster Counterspell. Looks kind of like what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just do that. Alright. Yeah, I think I jumped the gun on the invert polarity here. Interesting. I didn't win the important one. I don't have anything in my hand that's exciting. They kill my commander. Do I care? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't care if they kill my commander. Okay, sweet. I can just recast it. Doesn't matter. And I will recast it, I think. Yep. Alright. You need like a board wipe or something? I will play this first. Lightning bolt. Well, I can connive first, actually. Decline. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Do this here. And then connive the, connive the... this thing. Get rid of you. And then swing. Oh, I mean, I could just lightning bolt face. I'm sorry. That's also a thing I can do. That's also a thing I can do. This is more interesting. Who knows? They could have Revitalize in their hand. Well, only 2 blockers, so... Looks like there's something, because they didn't concede. So there's clearly something. Okay. That ain't it. Sweet. Yeah, I think the invert polarity was wrong on this. I don't think I care about this at all. That was probably a mistake, but fortunately it didn't cost me anything. I just was so desperate to win a coin flip, and I did. I finally won a coin flip. I didn't win it on anything that I could use, though, unfortunately. But still kind of neat, I guess. Do I have any way to put counters on stuff? I don't think so. Also, our commander did a lot this game. So that's pretty cool. That was the first game I played. That was pretty sweet. Okay. I am interested in probably more creatures after having played that single game there. These would have been like free immediately. How many sorceries are in here? 9. Okay, I don't think I like flow state nearly as much. There's only 8 targets for flow state. Not as exciting. I mean, it's still just anticipate. I don't ever see myself sacking anything to Flare of Duplication. Yeah, we'll keep flow state in here. That's fine. It's like at the very worst, just anticipate. Wait, anticipate's fine. This is just a cantrip. You can play sleight of hand. No, I need some interesting creature to play. I could also play the Witness Protection cards. Cast a spell that targets this. Yeah, I can still target my commander and hope there's no stifle and Witness Protection my opponent's creatures. Which shores up maybe some problems I could have. It's an awkward situation, though. Any ninjas? I don't really have any exciting ETBs. All right, so what are the blue-red tempo-y, like, what does that look like? I don't think this is great. I don't think so. Brazen Borrower. Can't play Mana Drain. No, I thought you said Flash Freeze. Flash Flyers. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. This does work. This does work. It does work. It also gives you stats when you. It gives your commander +2/+2 inside of combat. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I like Subtlety. I think I like Subtlety. It's probably something I can hard cast too. I can't really cast this card for 2 mana ever because my whole hand is going to be stuff. I could take out Fading Hope and the other one. I triggered Hydroponics like 10 times that game and never found an island. There's not many fetch lands. Hydroponics kind of weird. Well, like I said, I'm not a fan of it. Everyone swears by it, but me apparently. Wan Shi Tong is also kind of weird. Sometimes this doesn't do anything. Suppose it's still like a flash flying threat, but it's kind of a small one. I don't have 500 mana in any given game. I mean, I don't know. Every time I play it, I'm not impressed with it. Enduring Curiosity is okay. That's 4 though. Sure, there's a world where Brazen Bar is correct. I don't like Tasha's. Yeah, I'm not gonna play Wan Shi Tong. No, I don't think I like that. Whenever you cast your second non-creature spell in a turn, get a Mox Sapphire. Okay. I see Jet Collector. I've never seen this one though. Sapphire Collector. Target instant sorcery in your graveyard gets flashback to end a turn. That's spammable? I feel like this is really, really good if it gets going. That's a lot of mana. It's 3 mana. I for some reason like that. What does the shark do? I can't remember. Counter an artifact or creature. Oh, there's Azur's Scale. Ah, that costs 6 though. Okay, what else is good? What, like cheap flying creatures or something? What is the bird do? Oh, Sprite Dragon. Yeah. Balmor, that's it, right? Whenever you cast an sorcery, creatures you control, yeah, should have been in here. One of these attacks, seek a non-shark card. Discard it at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. We Dragonauts, it takes me back. I suppose there's the 2 drakes. Maybe a bit sketchy, though. Crom? No. Alright, I found a wad of creatures, so we can figure out how to fit them in here. Which is kind of hard. Maybe shave 2 lands. Could probably shave even more than that. This curve is ridiculously low. This is free. This is free. These are cheap. Curve is like insanely low. Hmm. An Iron Man dragon? I have no idea. You will consume product and you will be excited for next product. And you will be quiet. And you will be happy. Maybe Soulscar Mage is not that exciting. Man, this is hard. I could take out the unsummons. Maybe these are kind of lame. I did add witness protection and whatnot. I mean, they give +2/+2. Everything in here is kind of fine. Dang. The perils of having options. Shoot. Close my eyes, start clicking 7 cards. Okay, I take out invert. Ooh, excuse me, I can take out invert. I don't think we need an actual that. I did the thing. I did it in the first game, I'm safe. If I take it out, I can't be disappointed, right? I think that's how it reads. You don't like Edimer Crab? Just a 2-mana 5/5? I like Edimer Crab. I actually like it more than Tolarian Terror, actually. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is an uncommon, so that tracks. Fairy Mastermind, there's a lot of times this doesn't trigger. But sometimes it does. It's still a 2/1 flash flyer. What does this do? Return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, or pick up a... Okay. Guess just because there's nothing else to take out. Maybe just take both these out. I don't want to, though. Kind of wild. Alright, fine. It's the sole basis is I can't find anything else to take out, so. How many lands are still in here? 38? You need at least 37, 38? I mean, I play Katara with like 33? I don't think that's necessarily true. This curve almost completely stops dead in its tracks at 2 mana. Not a lot of good brainstorm shuffles, so that can come out, actually. Do I have Preordain in here? No, just Ponder. Can this target your own stuff? Return target. No, it does. This actually cannot target your own spells, so it doesn't work with my commander. It's still an okay card, but we can just not play it for the sake of having my commander matter more. Jeska's Will? That's not banned, I don't think, no. I don't have it, but that's been in the game for a while now, I think. Yeah, I don't own that one. That's been on my list of things to get for a while. Man, I gotta dust off my microphone. Okay, we're close. I'm gonna be stubborn and take out 2 lands. Yeah, alright, I just want to play more Magic. So, what else was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? There's one card I wanted to at least talk about. Oh yeah, Super Intelligence. Of all the cards to discuss that are new that are not commanders, this one is notable. It's another curiosity, sort of, that is closer to Phyrexian Arena. And you can, in multiplayer, I guess, give it to someone else. But yeah, there's just another one of these that seems pretty nice. Alright, moving on. Suppose I talk about that one a little bit. That one is notable. Crossbones. I don't know what it does. Villains. Control enters a counter on this. It deals 2 damage to each opponent. Alright. Take damage and it gets larger per thing. Let's play you. Pass. Could have turn 1 pondered. I think. I don't want to be the first person to put a creature in play. At least I don't think I do. I'll take more lands. Whenever this becomes a target of a spell you control. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to ponder. I like all of that. I do be liking all of that. Their commander costs 4, not 3. Let's play, Man, I like all of these cards. I'm upset. I can stern dismissal my own card if they go to kill it. And that does draw a card. I can also just let this happen. I could just let him kill it. Especially if it doesn't work. How important is Ledger Shredder? Power is 0. I think... Okay. We're this deep into it. Wait. What? Oh, it's opponent controls. Oh, we're throwing. I'm throwing. Operation Omega Throw. Literally throwing. Okay, my bad. That does make it easy to take it out, though, because I thought I could target my own commander with it. There is Unsummon. I can just play Unsummon instead. Not that big of a deal, I guess. Huh, that's funny. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. I lost a Ledger Shredder, too. Come back wrong. Okay, this probably makes a 1-1. Otherwise, that's a little weird. Okay, it doesn't make a 1-1. So, are we good to play our commander? Suppose so. It is exceedingly difficult to interact with. And I'll just leave up Wash Away. When it enters, it connives. Okay. Opponent. No! Opponent, no! Opponent! No! No! Oh, no. Opponent. Oh, it happened. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm so sorry, opponent, but also not really. Oh, no. Okay, I can just recast my commander. I'm not sweating that. Oh, man. Don't worry, opponent. I feel it. I feel it for you. Gotta read the card. Alright, I can play this instead, and then have... No. We're here to do the one dumb thing. We're gonna cast it again. And leave up Wash Away. That makes me discard? Card? Each opponent discards 2 cards, unless they discard non-land. Alright, we can get rid of the dismissal now. Okay, it's an interesting one there. Let's play this. Swing, do this. Don't redirect it, because there's no reason to here. Play random thing. And pass. I can just let this resolve. And then just... Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I am a fan. Oh, opponent. Oh, no, I can't believe it happened. They tried to kill it. Oh, man, better than Hexproof. Literally better than Hexproof. Oh, yes. I love it. Also, my opponent only played 1 villain, right? Yeah. I don't know how many villains you can actually play in Mono Black. But they did have 1, I guess. It just didn't do anything. Sweet. Look at that. We got it. It actually happened. It actually happened. That is so funny. I didn't expect that to happen. Oh man, this command is great. This is a really weird deck. It's like prowess, but it also isn't prowess. But it also like is prowess. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, this doesn't have an answer to anything that matters. Neither does this. Alright, well, such is life sometimes. What does that do? Random stuff. Let's play this. Probably not the best matchup here. I think I do like another land. No, I have 2 in my hand. I think I'll probably draw another one within the next 4 turns. Also, I'm looking for... not sure. Oh, they didn't get a free Entomb. Oh. Unfortunate. Let's play, nothing? I think I play nothing. Fairy Mastermind might actually trigger here against this deck. Solid chance it does. Ripples. Alright. Looks like that is not the case, but... I'm gonna send it anyways. Look at it go. I am not at all upset if they interact with this card. It's like they will be interacting with this card. Do I have a spell in my graveyard? No. So I can only rebound... Okay, they're not. They're doing it in response. Alright. I guess I would consider that being interactive. So they have a creature in their graveyard, and fortunately it doesn't win the game. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything. Let's... These are the top 2 cards? No, this is all just bad. Yeah, I don't really know what to do from here. Alright, I'm just going to make the argument that I'm capable of beating what they just did. And they also apparently have Subtlety in their hand. Does this deck normally play Subtlety? I don't think it could ever conceivably be anything else. They grab Sacrifice, so they can't cast Sacrifice. But it might not matter if you just grab something and then do it next turn again. Frantic Search. Okay, I got a Fairy Mastermind trigger. And they most likely have something else. It's a Hullbreaker Horror. Okay. Does it have an ETB? No, it doesn't. So you can grab... What can you grab here? Fatal Push? Thoughtseize? Is Thoughtseize even good here? Opponents says they don't know. So I can bounce their commander and then not do much else. I don't know in what universe I don't bounce this. They can't use that Subtlety. It has to be something else. And then swing for 3. Oh, hey, it's Ponder. I'm willing to cast Ponder. I can always hit something that matters with Ponder. Like Force of Will. Nope, that's not it. I'm going to shuffle. Okay, I didn't find it. Oh, I forgot to take this out. Whoops. Though, to be fair, it would be kind of nice to bounce this, but I can't Alright, I lose to a whole bunch of different stuff. They didn't seem to hit it. I don't know what this card is. It's most likely Entomb, if they're willing to not cast the spell for the turn. Probably Entomb. And then I just lose. I think I do lose if it's Entomb. Okay, that's not what I expected. It's the better than Entomb card. But it's Entomb nonetheless, it doesn't matter. Sure. Am I bouncing the token, or am I bouncing the Oculus? I can grab Ponder and feel stupid. I can... Alright, so am I bouncing the Oculus or the face down card? I guess I'm bouncing the Oculus. Not that they struggle to recast it. Terramander. Oh, that's almost doing something. I need counter spells, man. I just hadn't found any counter spells. Ugh. Yeah, bouncing this just doesn't matter. Oh boy. End of your next turn, you may play it. None of those matter. I'll take the Pim Particles. Cast it on that. Oh boy. There's literally just nothing. Alright. Oh, they can subtlety this, though. They didn't. They could have, though. I gave him the subtlety target. That is a creature. This is another... Destroy target artifact, that player? No, that's not what I need right now. Blowing this up doesn't matter. I don't think there's a world in which I survive this with a Stern Dismissal. I don't think so. Like, they get all their stuff back, I unsummon their commander, and then, like... I don't know. Still lose the game? Yeah, alright. How many counterspells are in here? I don't think I saw a single counterspell in that entire game. How many are in this deck? Maybe there's not as much as I thought there were, but that just seems a bit obtuse to me. Okay, there's not as many as I thought. Not as many as I thought. I'm going to take out the unsummon that I said I was going to take out. Dismissal. I can also take out Fading Hope. Not terribly excited about that. I think you can play that, Commander, and win a bunch. The problem is Graveyard Hate is not super main decked, so you can... You just do whatever you like. If we don't like Tillerian Terror, we don't like Terramander. I want more counter spells. I thought I had more. Are there any new ones other than the one I'm playing? I'm playing this one. Nope. Instant sorcery triggered ability. Doesn't feel like a disdainful stroke kind of meta. Make disappear, maybe? Archmage's Charm seems not right. What's the one that, like... Lofty Denial? Yeah, Lofty Denial, okay. And... I don't think I like Essence Scatter. Disdainful Stroke feels like it doesn't interact with enough things in this format. Remand is fine? Alright, let's try that. You never really go wrong with more counter spells. What does Katara play? I should look. Maybe I want even more. I just didn't get to play my commander, but I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't have worked out too well. Yeah, Boomerang Basics is interesting. Boomerang Basics is interesting. I'm gonna play you first instead of Symmetry Sage. What the heck is this? Whenever another creature enters, gain 1 life. Alright. Let's play you. And I am kind of willing to trade, because my commander feels a bit better than that. Also, this gains life, and I'm trying to kill my opponent. Alright. Take it. Is what it is. They did not lead with Birds of Paradise, and I can only imagine why. Let's do... this. Let's get... see, this is another problem. It's hard to cast my commander and also do anything else. Always draw Force of Will. No dice. They can't cast their commander. They do cast their commander anyway as well. I felt like you just... like, it was obvious you couldn't cast it there? Maybe it isn't obvious? Do I even play my commander? Yeah, I'm gonna play it. If you have a board wipe, I guess the game ends on the spot. It's not a board wipe. The game didn't end on the spot. Do this. Don't redirect it. That doesn't matter where that goes. Man, I love all the flashy zippity zlops that happen when you cast stuff. I'm not going to cast this spree right now. Draw. Okay, alright. Yep. Okay. Oh, Disdainful Stroke would be good this game. Probably. They didn't cast their commander. Children. You connive? Oh, I forgot to redirect the... oh, shoot. I made a mistake. It's fine. This is not that big of a deal. But I could have killed the 3-2. It's going to die anyways, but still, it was a mistake. Okay, so let's play... this, and then... swing? I don't have lethal. But dare I say it's close. Unless I do have lethal. Can I... No. Oh! Ah! Okay. So close. Oh, Shieldred, you're so dumb. Your graveyard to your hand? Okay. We're just recasting that? Does that matter? I feel like it doesn't matter. Alright, time to not make a mistake and try to win here. So, Mystical Tutor for Lightning Bolt is lethal? Right? Mystical Tutor for Lightning Bolt? Monstrous Rage? Surely that has to be lethal. So I Lightning Bolt this. This swings as a 4. This can't get through. This is dead. They take 4, 5, 6, 7. Monstrous Rage? How is that more damage than Lightning Bolt? I think you're right, actually. So target this. Yes! Oh, get destroyed. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game. Wow. I had to think. Oh my, when was the last time I had to think when I played this format? That was crazy. Okay, well, I still have to think. I still have to think. So this gets plus, it just becomes 3 power. And I give the Monstrous Rage trample to the flyer. And then then what? Oh, I hate this. So this is a 4/4. And then it gets plus 3. So it's 7 trample. 7 trample there. I swing with it. I target, I guess, my commander with this. Here it becomes a... this doesn't matter because I'll block it with Shieldred, so this doesn't matter. This doesn't have trample. It's not going to get trample. So 7 in the air. I don't think my opponent's dead here. Lightning Strike. Face? They go to 5. 7 tramp. Nope, that doesn't work. If I lightning strike this, they go to 1 and live? They go to 1? These trade, this dies a lightning strike, they go to 1. If I go face with it, and I do 3 trample here, instead of killing it with lightning strike, they gain 1 from lifelink. And it's effectively the same. They take 4 plus 3. Yeah, so I have to lightning strike this. I think my opponent's not dead. I think they legitimately go to 1. Both of these are dead. My commander dies. I draw a card. And then they can maybe just stabilize at 1 life. Math is for blockers. I don't think they're dead. I don't think they're dead. I don't think my opponent's dead there. We take those. I just chose a card with such confidence that they thought it was over. We take those. Unless my math is wrong, which is always possible. I'm glad Washaway did something, because it almost didn't do anything. It would have been kind of tragic. What is this? Tiamat? Is this when you cast, you get a dragon? Yeah, alright. Let's play that, I guess. I think this plays Minute Orcs. I know it plays every Rampant Growth in the game. Yeah. Do that. Another land? Nah, we're good for now. I think Ledger Shredder is slightly more interesting than the other options right now. Though this was a good draw, actually. I do have something that can target it. I really do not want to take a turn off to cast my commander, but, like... what else am I... I have to play my commander. What the heck is this? 1 minute... Robber of the Rich? What? Am I tripping, or is that just, like, the most random conceivable thing you could ever do? They didn't leave it back as a blocker, which I think you should have. I think they should have done that. Maybe that's not why you play it? Okay. I mean, by all means, cast the Soulscar Mage. Don't think that matters. I have no idea what this does. Conjure a random dragon. Egg counters. Okay. Well. I like it when I get stonewalled by a 5/5. It's usually pretty enjoyable. It doesn't solve the problem. I have no way of solving this problem. I can make my stuff unblockable and still die, so... Yep. Well, I can strangle it and then lose to their commander. It's always a viable option. Cool. You got it. I can't say any of those are that interesting. I actually kind of like this one. Doesn't look like a magic card, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Don't recognize the character. Seems like another situation where like I just need more counter spells on my deck. I also got punished for casting my commander because it costs 3 mana. Okay. All right. All right. We're in there. I don't know if I'm... What the heck is this? Command Beacon. Okay. I don't think I'm playing a card this turn, which is sad, but it's a good idea to not lose to Tifa if it resolves, so... They didn't have Cavern. Bristly Bill, alright. They have the other commander, because of course they do. Okay, I don't care about that. That makes my life slightly easier. Slightly easier. Let's... We're just gonna cast it. I don't care. We're just gonna cast it. We came here to cast a stupid card. I'm gonna cast a stupid card. My opponent has 15 protection spells. Congratulations, you're good at the game. I needed to draw an island there to beat a stupid protection spell. I cannot force of negation. I need a second. I needed a blue source. Actually, did I need more than one blue source? No, just one. Suppose I could have just done it anyways, and maybe it's good enough. Remand. I needed an island, man. Needed an island. Alright, alright. Well, there's nothing to do. Except suffer from 10 years of priority on whatever that arbitrary spell is. Needed an island. Kind of a silly way to lose a game, but well, that's magic for you. Lost because I drew a wrong basic land type. Like just outright full stop lost in a single color on a single land. Well, I can at least interact with spells that might make it more of a problem. That is a somewhat significant spell to interact with. especially if they cast it again. They cannot cast it again. I do have an answer to it, and it would be devastating if they cast it again. They're going to cast it again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Double Stone Rain. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay, well, sometimes that happens. You know, the RNG taketh away and RNG giveth. That was backwards. It was an emotional roller coaster. If I had an island, I could force a negation and unable to scream, and things get a lot harder for my opponent, but Double Stone Rain feels pretty bad. Also, they can't do anything, and then I cast this. Alright, it went from I'm screwed to I immediately won. Wow. Oh my goodness, what a game. I've had some pretty nutty games with this commander so far. Is there any reason to take out some mountains? That was absolutely nuts. Suppose there is. In fact, I don't really know why there's more mountains than islands. I don't even know why that's the case. It literally swears by putting more mountains than islands. It literally swears by this. I only need one red source. It's literally twice as many blue cards as red ones. I can probably go down another mountain. Again, I don't really need that many. I only realistically need one, and it's pretty easy to get the first one, so... Alright. What a game. It was not looking good. Oh, that was an absolute blowout. This is technically a red source, but not a great one. What does this do? Counters stuff, things. No, there's no keeping that. I can get rid of Expedite? I'm not comfortable getting rid of a land here. I'm not comfortable getting rid of a land. Okay, they have the best possible one-drop against me. Of course they do. I have no answer to it. Cool. Enjoy your free win. With 1 into 3 I win mono green on the play. On the play with a 1-drop. Cast a 3 mana spell on turn 2. Still the best thing you can do in the format. Opponent did it, I lose. I can't bounce Delighted Halfling, and I now can't even do that because they played a 3-drop on turn 2. Over before it started. I died before I even played my first turn. Once during your turns, you can get an aura from your graveyard. That's absolutely bananas, but I like it. Yeah, Marvel came out today. Well, we got our opponent shaking in their boots. Turn 1. Opponent, that's not the best card you can play turn 1. What did you do? Suppose I'm just leaving up Seek New Knowledge? Hmm? Well, I know what my opponent's turn 2 play is going to be, at least. A green deck playing Wayfarer's Bauble. That's a first. A green deck playing Wayfarer's Bauble and not using Wayfarer's Bauble. Also a first. Sure, I'll force spike that. It's only getting worse. That's interesting. Would play that though? Yeah. We play that. It's kind of the name of the game here. I don't know how on earth, if this was the idea, you don't just crack the Wayfarer's Bauble. I don't quite understand that. Monastery Swiftspear. Alright, well, I lose to that resolving. Not ideal. Hey, I drew it. Look at that. I actually drew the thing. And then I can play my commander. Yeah. I'm probably just always going to play my commander. Because that's like the highlight of the, the whole shebang here. Non-creature. You cast your second non-creature. Okay. There's no 1-mana aura in the graveyard. I guess I move that to Monastery Swiftspear. I think the Architect has slightly more value, so I'll do that. Let's play you. Unfortunately, I can't trigger this twice here. But I can next turn, so leave that on the table. My opponent is reading my commander. Apparently this surprised them. Which, I mean, it's just the same as having hexproof, right? It's like the same thing. Okay, let's do this. I'll take DRC. I'll play Witness Protection here. Do the thing. Play the Mox. Play DRC. Oh, I could have surveilled there. Sweet. My opponent can just block this, right? They just take 6 less. It's not like I dealt with this permanently. I am 100% going to swing. I cast Flow State. Yeah, I missed a surveil there. Monastery Mentor, huh? This game would have been different had they cracked the Wayfarer's Bauble first. They get around counter spells. It seems like 90% of the reason any green deck would play this is to get around counter spells. I know it's like it counts for your the white ancestral mask. I don't know what glitter thing, but okay. Interesting. I've never seen that commander. I feel like it's Calyx, but just not Calyx. Because Calyx is 3 mana too, right? Hearthstone's Yogg. Sure, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Swing first? I lose a lot of damage not doing that. I'm willing to have my opponent's commander die. I'm willing to have it. You can still put auras on a 1/1. Like, I haven't actually solved the problem. So I don't think it really matters. I would rather just push damage. That feels more important to me. If that makes sense. Okay, let's do this. Also, I didn't even read what my opponent's playing. What on God's green earth is this? Grakmaw? What? What? Okay. Yep. I'm seeing some pretty cool stuff. Cursed Wombat. Uh-huh. Permanents you control have whenever more counters on this permanent. Okay, let's do stuff. Get rid of, I think a land here? Yeah. Holy lands, let's do the thing. Arid Mesa can't hit an island. Do I play my commander? I guess, right? Yeah, this can't ever in any conceivable way find the... Oh, we can because if it hits a mountain. Haha. Right, yes, that's how it works. All right. I know how my cards work, I promise. That is an unfortunate draw. All right, well, like I said, we came here to do one thing. I'm going to cast it. I do have Force of Will, at least. Permanency control have one one. I don't know, I'm stuck reading that for some reason. They should swing with it, because there's a lot of scenarios where it cannot block, so you probably should swing with it. The opponent doesn't. Target creature gets that. Alright, we're in there. Let's do nothing, right? Yep, I gotta know when to use my resources. My opponent didn't do anything. This is fine, but the other two are not. I think I'm going to shuffle this. Okay, let's play... Good idea to play an untapped land, unfortunately. But such is life. Or a Boroid. Well, that's exactly why I played an untapped land. Don't want to see that in my face. Alright, now they do it. Yep, see, like I said, they probably should have done that last time. Let's do this. Doesn't matter where I direct it. That's interesting. Interesting. Guess I'm casting it. Right? Nope. That is also interesting. It kind of just replaces itself. Kind of. Not really. I'd have to like wait a turn on this. Yeah, I'm not sure. When this adapts, nothing happens. It just has stats. You have to adapt it to sorcery speed. No, you don't. What the heck is... Wow. Alright, so let's play you. Do we assume... Why do I care? I don't think I care. We're not here to care about stuff. We're not here to care about stuff. Do I cast this? I can always cast it next turn and it doesn't draw cards this turn anyways. Yeah. It's not lethal. It's not lethal. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not lethal. Okay. Or... Okay. Yep. 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 Oh no, a haste threat that I can't play inside of combat. Well, my opponent's commander's cool. Just, I had it kind of taken care of there. I guess if they had some kind of board wipe, I was totally out of the game, though. What did I lose to Force of Will? Aqueous form, which I suppose didn't matter that much. This only drew one. I drew a second card, but the second one didn't matter. Okay. Well, straightforward game. Interesting deck from the opponent. I like that. It's like a black-green deck that didn't have stuff in it. I don't know. Okay, so... What else? What else could change here? What else? What else? What else? What else? What hasn't worked? It seems like if I have any other creature in my commander swinging, there's just so many problems my opponent has to worry about. And that is pretty cool. Can I have more of that, maybe, somehow? I don't have Young Pyromancer in here. Maybe I should. Has anything felt bad? Maybe Snapcaster, because it's a lot of mana to Snapcaster and also cast the spell. I can't even pick up Snapcaster. There's no wizard synergy or anything. Man, it sucks that these aren't wizards because they have to be like a Fortnite set. Like, this is a perfect card to be a wizard, and it just isn't because it has to be stuck in this, like, Fortnite hell that we're in. It's really unfortunate. Like, this would absolutely be a wizard if it was printed 5 years ago. Or at least a monk, I guess. Most likely a wizard, though. Black-green is fine. What are you talking about? There's plenty of Golgari things that you can do. You can easily get to Mythic with a black-green deck in the rank thing. It's a perfectly fine color scheme. I don't think there's actually any bad color scheme at all. Honestly, I don't think so. I can't imagine what one would be. They all have something going for them. I think the green ones are the best. Maybe green-white, because like token strategies are really bad, but creature decks are okay, I guess. Like a beatdown green-white thing. There's also auras and scythers and whatnot, so there's like enchantment nonsense. Blue-red's a thing, blue-black's a thing. Rakdos might struggle. Rakdos might struggle a bit. There's like Rowan's Storm, but nobody but me plays that. And if Rowan dies, you aren't actually playing the game. No, black-green's fine. Grist is fine. The new Darien Fell is fine. I'd have to look to see more options to say they're fine. What am I doing right now? I'm looking for combat tricks. That was it. Let's look at rare instants. What are good instants that are, let's say, red? That targets a creature. Yeah, it's a target a creature. What are the creature cards? Oh, in standard, yeah. In standard, I think it's just Izzet, right? Like the most 3 played decks are just different iterations of blue-red. I think. And it also happens to be on the cheaper end to play because a lot of it isn't like mythic rares and stuff. And then you have to spend $7,000 for a playset of monuments. Bone Crusher Giant does target creatures on my side, unlike Brazen Bower. There's also Commandeer. Is Commandeer fine? There's enough blue cards in here for Commandeer. It's just a matter of what kind of spells do we think we commandeer and are happy about that? Because this isn't like a Teferi deck. I'm not sure what I'd be excited to steal, but Katara plays Commandeer, or my Katara plays Commandeer. I'd say it is not just a mono blue card. Maybe I don't need it. Cackling Counterpart? Give my commander +2/+2 in combat, or cast on my opponent's turn and like copy something arbitrary. I'm never gonna flashback it though. There's some pretty interesting targets for this though. Should probably play Flare. Honestly, it should have been in here the whole time. Unholy Heat's probably never doing 6. There was another card I was thinking of while I was staring at this, and now I can't remember. Now I'm upset. There is the, not this one, the Izzet thing. Prismari command is okay. What about... I don't know if I did this already. Did I look at hero spells? I think I did look at hero spells. I can't remember if I did. Guess I'll look at enchantments and artifacts. Why not? I wanted to look at things that were not creatures. Are there really, like, no Heroes Matter cards? They just didn't print any Heroes Matter spells? Okay. What about talent? No, Stormshade. What is it? Wait. It's a it's a class card, right? Stormchaser's talent. 4 mana, pick up a spell. Like, this has to be better than some random 1-drop I got on my deck, right? This standard nightmare of a card. Maybe. How is this different from paper? How to get nerfed? Or buffed? I don't know. Whenever this becomes a target of a spell, put a counter on it. And then when it dies, it deals damage to its stuff equal to things. Did this get buffed or nerfed? I don't know. This also works. Oh, was it normally a 1/1? Ah, alright. Fair enough. Emberheart's cool. You know what also is cool is Inti and Lelia. Forgot about those. That token art is cool. I don't like Expedite anymore. Playing things off curve to give them haste is kind of weird to me. What else was I thinking about? Oh, I forgot again. Trample spells. think I'm okay with this one. Maybe not the 2-minute one. Is it like draws? Temur Battle Rage. This always gives double strike on my commander. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Forgot about that. Whirling Strike is interesting too, maybe. Ryle. Hmm. Maybe I should take out the sorcery speed ones, keep the instant ones. Or I could just take out some other assortment of random stuff. Was that Force of Will always here? Wait a minute. How was it stacked on the 4s like that? Did I do that? I must have done that, I don't know. I don't recall doing it. Well, I don't have that many cantrips in here. I don't think I like Soulscar Mage anymore. If ever I did. Well, there's a lot more red in this deck now. Hmm. Look at that. Perfect split. Yeah, I did forget about Flame Slash. I'm okay with not playing a Braid. I think this did. The fact that it's got Rebound, I'm kind of a fan of. It happens twice. Kind of like that. It also picks up a spell. It can technically pick up 2 spells. I think I like that. I don't know. You can pick up like Force Will twice, I guess. I think the unblockable stuff has been lame. Arcane Flight. Fly ventures in the dungeon. It does a bit more than... Dim Particles is weird too, maybe. Vigilance is meh. Again, I just took out all the unblockable cards. It replaces itself, but like, does that matter? Maybe it does. Yeah, I can play Dreadhorde or Arcanist. Oh, Young Pyromancer. And also, what is it called? Pyrokinesis? Right. I don't think I've ever actually played this. How does it read? It's just a Fury. Speaking of Fury, I could play Fury. Okay. Alright, I made things harder for myself again. So many options. So many options. No, I don't think Unholy Heat's ever doing 6 damage in this deck. I had said that earlier. I don't think it's doing 6 damage ever. And I'm not playing Shock, which I'd play first. Yeah, I did say I didn't like Snapcaster. I think that's still true. Flow State is barely good at... Actually, maybe it got worse. No, it didn't get worse. It didn't get worse. Slick Shot's fine too, yeah. Honestly, Jace is cool too. It all works. Everything Jace is doing does kind of work. Can't be played on turn 2 or 3. Maybe we don't worry about Jace. Even the... Whatever the blue-red... What is it called? Ugh, so many stupid cards, man. So many dumb cards. Royal Scions? Ah, I said it before I saw it. Draw a discard, something happens, and then draw stuff. Royal Scions is also a card here, I think. I don't know if I care about, like, this. Draw 4 when you do. Deals damage equal to the number of cards around. I mean, how often do you get to play that card, though? It's a blue and red card, too, so I can use it for all of my free spells. Too many options. Can take out the 2-mana combat tricks. Probably. I think so. Yeah, I got both of these. Okay, Malcolm is also maybe weird. It's not like I'm ever gonna chorus it. I think the deck just got cheaper. Yep. Man, this is... Oof. There's like way too many blue-red options. Alright, I'm just gonna be irrationally greedy. I don't care. I've played enough of this already. If I screwed it up with the lands, it's everyone's fault but mine. I'm tired of staring at this deck. I don't know. I actually play it. I want to play the. I want to play it. I want to play it. If I cost the universe, then the universe is the price to pay. Not an ideal matchup, but you know what? They all can't be ideal matchups. What was I doing turn 1? Oh, this thing, right, yeah. Yeah, nothing, literally nothing bad ever happens when you take lands out of your deck. And if anyone says otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. I can recast this with the Dreadhorde that gets haste from it, which is kind of funny. Okay. Sure. Why not? That's cute. Look at that. See? Look at that. We're already having a better time of things. Also, Pyrokinesis looking kind of nice here, I think. Another game, though, like, casting my commander on turn 3 feels like I'm setting myself up for getting annihilated by bad things. I am moderately incentivized to force a removal spell pre-combat. I think there's 100% a removal spell. I might as well force it out. I don't know how there isn't a removal spell. Okay, they should have waited until combat, because now I can still do stuff pre-combat, which probably doesn't matter, but something to think about. I think I shuffle this. This is all moderately questionable. Yeah, I think I'm going to shuffle that. Let's play land and play, shoot. We can play the one that conjures something. No, we can play this one, and then that way I can, yeah, we'll just give it haste. I'm not terribly enthralled with giving it prowess. I don't think that matters. I'll just take the damage. That way it did something. Because if it dies, then, you know, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I should wait for my commander to be played when my opponent does something. That is true. Let's play you. Let's just immediately cast this. Draw a card, draw a card. Play a Heartfire hero? Yeah, that's okay. If I lose that into some kind of board wipe, I think that's fine. Alright, Prowess would have done 1 less damage so far had I chose Prowess. Because it swung the turn I could cast it. They can cast their commander, which is a 4/4. And that does kind of stop me from doing things. Or they can do nothing. Okay. I did give my opponent information, but there's nothing I can do about that. But they went to their second main phase. I don't really want to cast Enduring Curiosity inside of combat. I think it's better positioned at my opponent's end step, because I don't want my opponent to have to, or be able to, do something about this. The Braid. Nope, I'm going to be extremely conservative and do nothing. I really enjoy the idea of playing on my opponent's end step. I think that is very impactful right now. It's a cool Braid. Man. I want that. Yeah, they do cast it. I'm going to cast, I mean, this has to be better. And then we discard this thing? Draw. Do we think our opponent's going to make some unideal trade? What if I ignore their commander? I didn't actually think about this as a concept here. I didn't even think about this as an option. But I just ignored their commander. There is nothing to be done about that. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Kind of regret casting my commander now, though. A little bit annoying. Just a little bit annoying. Hopefully it's not incredibly annoying. But I do regret casting this now. Could have just swung with the Curiosity, which also feels weird, maybe. Okay, let's just go into combat. No. Not gonna do anything. What do you got? I think they have to make a move here. Wow, they don't make a move, they just take 6? Okay, never mind. I'm debating if this matters. No, it doesn't, because they lose 2 life when it resolves. And it still exists. Okay, we can play this. It does just instantly resolve. And I'll pass. Not gonna do anything else. I think I've played this pretty well so far, I think. Rankle? You can't swing with that. You have 1 mana, I just win? What do you do about this? Nothing? GG easy? Yep. Oof, beautiful. I feel like I played that pretty well. Alright, awesome. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. The only thing I did maybe kind of wrong was not auto-yield, and I made the something that was a free spell that my opponent has on their radar a known thing. I could have done better at hiding Pyrokinesis. My opponent is not going to think it's Pyrokinesis. They're probably going to think it's Force of Will, or Subtlety. They're probably going to think it's Subtlety. But, well, if that was the case, they might not have cast this. Well, they just don't have a solution, right? I just dealt with everything. All right, sweet game. Nice. That's awesome. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the 0-1 we played there. I don't know if I like it as much as I thought I did. I guess it's okay. I mean, it's one game. It did actually present a lethal threat. It's not like it didn't do anything. If my opponent had 2 life, they can't kill the mouse because they just die. Yeah, it's still worth it, I guess. Didn't feel like a great matchup either. Enters mill 4. You can cast zombies out of your graveyard. Alright, I don't like that. His hand is funny. His hand is really funny. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna draw, though. Alright, I'll keep it. Oh, what a turn 1 draw. What a turn 1 draw. I mean, maybe Ragavan would still be better, but still. I have the fetch land too. Oh, the dream. The dream is here. We're living it. What is this? Is this the 6? Yeah, it is. The 6-mana mill reanimate land? Or I guess it's 7 mana because it has to tap itself. You could do it at instant speed though. And it's uncounterable. I've only seen that used a single time, and it was recently. I've seen it played a bunch, but only activated once. Perfect turn 1 win. Good to know. Good to know. Do I play Ledger Shredder? I don't actually know what I play. Oh no! No! I had to bite the bullet. I had to bite the bullet. Okay, my bad. If it didn't hit a red source, I couldn't have grabbed it. Alright. Throwing. Wash away, be damned. Okay. Alright, I threw. Maybe we unthrow because we have these. Oh, I can pick it up with days. That's hilarious. I can pick up the land with days. Come on, Black Source Damnation. One time. Come on. Oh. Own it. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Alright, I nerfed myself. That's all we did. All we did this game was nerf ourselves. That's why I got the island. Whoops. Now, this was played like crazy way before Days came out. But Days is another card that makes it nice. Wait till we get Underground Sea, and then you don't take 2 from your watery graves all day in your timeless Psychic Frog decks with hydroponics. Alright, we got our Days, and we'll take our Days. We got our Days. We did it. Opponent should swing, probably. Okay, alright, we did it. We did it. I should go to combat for. I really don't want to go to. You know what? I am convinced this hit a mountain. Come on, you hit a mountain. All right, that's what I thought. Good lad. Good lad. Let's play red cards now. Let's go ahead and play a red card, shall we? And then do this on that. Don't care if my opponent swings back with their whatever you call it. I don't care about Royal Scions taking 2. It will kill my opponent before it would ever get to 8. I think they have to block. No, they don't. They don't have to block. Death by 1,000 cuts. Come on, opponent. Come on. Just take it. Take the medicine. And then probably get hit by Force and Negation anyways. When this attacks... Okay. Alright, I think we won. If I had to guess. Tragic. I like this commander too. Guess my opponent doesn't. I mean, it's like the same thing as the 4-mana Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, except you have to hardcast the card, and you're stuck to only one creature type. You have to cast the creature, and you also have to be zombies. Oh, I guess it mills. Superior Spider-Man doesn't mill, but that's hardly an issue for Superior Spider-Man, so. You could probably play the same deck and take this out of the command zone, and then just, like, skip the having to hard cast the zombie and probably be happier. Kind of depressing. Still a cool commander, I guess. So long as there's no graveyard hate everywhere, it's a thing you can do. But yeah, it's not like, it's just not Superior Spider-Man. You just play that if you want to do whatever that commander's doing. You can just do it with Superior Spider-Man. But better. But some people like zombies. Alright, I can't possibly mess this up because I don't have hydroponics. Yuna, I don't like green-white decks. I don't like those. Do I play DRC on one? If so, why? I don't think I'm playing DRC on turn one. I'll keep a land. That was your first commander in paper? Mine was Maelstrom Wanderer. I think that was my first commander. No, it was Riku of the Twin Reflections. I still have them. The Anawar, the Riku, and the... What was the other one? I think it was Maelstrom Wanderer. So I got like the Teamer triple oversized thingies. And, yeah. Alright. Unkillable ramp spell. Love to see that. Keeps the card on top. Also love to see that. Let's play this. And I'm willing to play the fetch land instead of a, knowing what to do with this. I don't like this matchup at all. This feels like Scythus, except you just have a weaker commander. Either way, I don't have many solutions. Okay. Let's grab Steam Vents. Is this an enchantment? Of course it is. I hate everything in the world, but whatever. Cemetery Sage. Alright. I'm not swinging with Kami there. If I were my opponent, I'm not swinging with it. I'm still not winning this game currently, but things might happen. Subject to change. This could be Swords to Plowshares. Probably the most likely thing. Swords to Plowshares, but I don't know. Apparently neither does my opponent. It's not Mana Tithe. Storm Chaser's Talent. Alright, I'll just play the graveyard. I think I'm over whatever that's trying to do. Let's draw and discard? Yeah. Pyrokinesis. Not quite good enough against a 3/5 commander. Opponent, please don't end step swords after all this time doing nothing. Be much appreciated. Okay, apparently this was thought-provoking. I don't know why we didn't just snap that off. Dreadhorde. Do I have spells in the graveyard that care about Dreadhorde? I do! Look at that, world first. World first. Can't give this haste, right? Cards in your graveyard draw. Yeah, I can't do that. So let's do this. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Play this here. This is kind of okay. I have 3 mana. Alright, I'm going to assume there is actually Swords of Plowshares, because I don't know how there couldn't be. This has to take the Planeswalker? It does. It does have to take the Planeswalker. Okay, maybe there's no Swords to Plowshares? It was cycling the cast out. That's what's going on. Alright, free spells. Let's do that one. Cast it here. Get rid of you. Draw a card. Young Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer. Is that better than Rebound Force of Will? I'm going to go ahead and say it isn't. Opponent also has to respect the Rebounded Force of Will. I will not take that. And I'll play a land. Alright. I don't have Force of Will. Opponent doesn't know that, and I don't think they can care. They have to play cards into it. Vanishing Light, sure. This takes the Dreadhorde, sure. Do we not have another O-Ring? Oh my god, dude. This is ridiculous. What's in my graveyard? Not really anything. Is there anything to bounce? No, none of this is worth bouncing. None of that's worth bouncing, so I guess I'll just take the Lightning Bolt. Didn't draw a blue card for Force, but I can just leave it up as a spell. But that doesn't win the game, and their commander so far isn't doing anything crazy if they just cast it. Yeah, I have to play the game. Triple O-Ring, whatever. I could have taken the blue creature and had it in my hands, but I didn't. But this is beatable if I draw good, I guess. Still kind of just dumb, though. Of course, I draw Diddly Squat. If they block with Yuna, there is no punish. So... Yep. Is it Ward 2? Of course it is. Just give it everything it needs. Ah, yes. Another spell. Excellent. O-Ring, 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 O-Ring. This does not make a lot of sense to me. Let's do this. Go face, because I can't do anything else. I don't know why they swung with their commander, but they did, so... Yep, there's nothing to make me want to block with another 1/1. Don't really get why they blocked with their... swung with their commander. I feel like that puts me back in the game in some slight arbitrary way. Assuming I draw something. My opponent draws random Anthem effect, sure. Opponent has a random man land, yep. Okay. I draw another land, because of course I do. That makes sense. Opponent draws an Anthem, I draw nothing. Oh, then my opponent draws that. Yep. Nice top decks. Casual. Rare top deck, mythic rare top deck, I draw some lands. Okay. Fun. I had more time in that game than I should have. There's no reason to swing with your commander. You just put me back in the game. You knew about the lightning bolt. It did not make sense. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Green players having to think. Not in my stream. I have not once had Cavernous Souls do anything. Kind of funny. It has not done anything yet. Maybe that's not too surprising. Maybe that's not too surprising. That land is surprising. Let's play Fairy Mastermind on my opponent's turn. Scry 2, then counters, then who cares? Not the rest of it. Look at us go. Look at us go. Put 2 counters on a target creature you control. Okay. What do we scry on top? Random equipment. Whenever a creature attacks, create 2 blah 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 blah. Alright, so let's do human or mouse? No, we should just do human. And then I suppose this. No, I should do this. Get rid of you. Okay, I did stuff. You can't tell me I didn't. We all saw it. I did stuff. Weird. Jodah that didn't do anything? Okay, well, you got it. That's very strange. Leave up Force of Will. I don't think there's anything you could ever conceivably do to come out of this. I only had 1 red source. Okay. Yep. Sure. Some rather random pile of stuff there, I feel. I don't quite understand this card in Jodah. I mean, it's kind of neat. Whenever this wait, when is? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I guess this makes sense at least. Doesn't this have haste? Yeah, it made a spirit, right? Yeah. I mean, Jodah just plays any legendary you own. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. It's like Sliver Legion. It doesn't matter how bad the slivers are. They're too big to matter. I don't think I missed lethal. Because again, only 1 red source. I don't think I did. Did I? No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I don't think so. Oh, I got another achievement. Yay. So you just get a bunch of commons for doing these, which is kind of a nice incentive to actually do these. Cast green spells, gain 1 or more life 50 times. You can craft these, right? Oh, these are the commander ones. These aren't the, like, standard. It won't give you, like, standard playable stuff. These are all commander cards. That's good to know, though. I should pay attention to this, because then I don't have to craft them myself, assuming they're, like, worth crafting. 1 or more counters. Artifacts, mill. They're also super easy, unlike the Christmas one. Those ones are actually doable. I'm down with it. I'm a fan of that. I like it when it's simple. I like quests when they're simple. They also kind of incentivize me to actually try them instead of just play like a green deck with a bunch of elves with 0 win condition. Just cast them, concede, cast, concede, cast, concede. Okay, I might play 1 or 2. It's like super late. I should have stopped an hour ago now. But I spent so much time looking at it. What I really should have done was stream earlier. What I should have done. Hey, it's a new commander. Forgot they were even in the game. Wow. What does this one do? Death Touch Lifelink. Alright. Power up. 2 counters on it, and then destroy odds or evens. Creatures only. Cool. I'm here for it. They cost 1 of each, including True Colorless. You have to have True Colorless. Okay, well they can find wastes with that. Let's play the standard Nightmare. It is a 5-color deck, so maybe it doesn't even have like anything that cares about this that much. It's just 5-color good stuff. They did not grab wastes. I would say that is notable. Opponent swung. Why did they swing? Right, because it's a 1/1 that doesn't do anything. Alright. Let's play I think I'm just passing. If they go white source, I would like to make disappear before I can't do that. When this enters draw a card, then you may put a land from your hand to the battlefield tapped. Yeah, we'll remand that. So that's an innocent way of doing that. They should not swing. I don't think they should have swung last turn either. Okay, well, opponent disagrees. Let's play you. You. I don't like countering this 4-mana card, but I kind of like have nothing else to counter. So, be it. And looking pretty not great. Alright, let's do this on doesn't matter which one. The problem is this has Death Touch and Lifelink, so not an ideal scenario. Do I play the Sprite Dragon? I don't think I do. I think I play the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Because it can swing into this and still potentially do something. Sprite Dragon flies over it no matter what I choose to do, so. Okay, let's see if there actually is wastes. There should be, at least one. All you need is one. They have nothing but basics in play, so I assume it's 100%. Okay, there's no basic. There's probably a colorless source of a different caliber in the deck there. Can I reasonably do stuff here? I can Ancestral. It just +1 prowess. I can't swing into this and have whatever swings into it live. Okay, we have problems here. We have problems. I'm going to surveil. I don't value playing this. Seek New Knowledge. That's got text on it. Stonewalled by a 4/4. Super tragic. But that's the price I pay. What the heck is this? Whenever this attacks alone, it's indestructible. What you draw and lose a life, then if you have no cards in your library, you win the game. Okay. I like all of that. That's pretty cool. On this deck is pretty cool so far. Ah, this takes me back. Let's get rid of Ragavan? Ragavan's not doing anything, right? The land is more valuable. Ragavan's never swinging this game. Yeah. worth recognizing. Let's go to combat. Swing with this to cash in the Sapphire Collector. Right? Just cast Ancestral Anger. Life is pain no matter what I do. Okay, you're dying no matter what. Like that. Cast this on Prowess has to go here. This does mean Arcanist dies, but at least I have stuff that might matter. You should double block with Thanos. Okay, they don't do that. They should have done that, though. I don't think they had to trade Thanos there. And then I just pass, right? Yep. This is a prowess trigger. Good matter. I have no solution to this showing up again. I'm going to let this resolve. I don't think fighting over that is doing anything. What does this do? Whenever you attack this turn, create 2 short. They can start swinging with a 4/4. Opponent does not swing with a 4/4. Could have swung with that. I don't know why they didn't. I feel like swinging with it is just better. Here. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold the fetch land. No, we're in desperation territory. We got to find some. Gotta just take that steam vents. Get out of there. Okay, that's not something. I have to do this now. Grab, well, that. And then play my commander? How am I winning this? Because it currently doesn't look like I am. Alright. I'll leave up for Spike. I can now leave up Sprite Dragon as a blocker. My opponent has 8 in lifelink in play. Attacking is weird. Okay, that's the new one. I don't even know what this one does. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they didn't have to activate that. I have free blocks on those. Didn't have to activate that. Okay. Alright, well, this is a pretty nutty game. Let's max this out. This will matter. I will now swing with this. And I think I'm just passing. Alright, we have a game here. Assuming something. Harness the Mind Stone, which does what? Yep, you got it. Thor. Well, I don't think I like that. The double lightning bolt? I think that's just the power-up ability. But I don't know. Do I block this? Probably, right? Feels kind of bad, but I probably should block that. I'm not going to... Well, I wouldn't Tails End if I could. That card draw trigger. So they can untap Doctor Doom. I think that's the right idea. Okay, they just do that. Does that have an ETB? No, it doesn't. Could have untapped the Doctor Doom, I feel. This is... There's no sorcery. I'm also not super likely to ever actually get a sorcery. But should lead with this. I can maybe one-shot them with Sprite Dragon over the course of turns. No sorcery. I'm going to get rid of Subtlety. This is... Wait a minute. Hold on. Now they got 4 in lifelink. They got 4 in lifelink. Alright. Wait a minute. Hold on. Again. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's not screw this up. Swing 8. Next turn. Oh no, this turn. Swing 8. This is 5. Swing with this. They block that. They block that. 10 triples at that. They go to 12, 4, 6, 5, 6. 8, 9. Plus 15. Not enough. Okay, we'll make it enough next turn. And we should just pass? Yeah, this is not lethal. Why do we think this is lethal? It's not even close to lethal. It's like 50% away from lethal. How did I miss lethal? Lethal on the flyer. What am I missing? Lightning bolt for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, all right. It's chat's fault because they didn't say it in time. I refuse to take the blame for that. When this enters 4 damage to a creature, double all damage equipped creature would deal. Discard a card, 2 damage to each creature. I, with a moderate degree of confidence, say I have to Tails End that. Well, you can't say missed lethal. You have to explain the missed lethal. Put 3 counters on this creature. I have trample. I have trample. I have trample. I will not lightning bolt that. Okay, this is not when you should draw. Also, you probably wanted to swing with that 4/4. I think. They still have life to gain if they swing. Oh, but if they swing, then I just block it with way too much, I think. You didn't say enough. I needed more details. Lethal on the flyer is not. I need details. All right, we did it. Was my opponent dead on board? Why did they concede here? I don't think my opponent was dead on board. They gained 6 life. I guess, to be fair, I can just simply trade because of 3/3s now. Yeah, I can just trade. Wow, that was a crazy game. I can't believe this entire text box mattered. What a nightmare. What a stupid card, huh? What a stupid card. Oh, man. They had Phyrexian Arena the whole game, too. And I missed Lethal, yeah. I'm bothered. I stared at it for so long and didn't see it. Wow. They had nothing to do with this card. And like I said, if they had a Wastes in their deck, they could activate their commander and choose, I guess, even or odd. I guess even, right? Yeah, because it kills that. Yeah, you choose even. Although you lose your Doctor Doom. Not ideal. Not ideal. Can you do it again? Yeah, you can do it again. If they got a Wastes, I think they just win because they could do it twice. Sweet. What a game. What a gnarly game. And I almost flubbed it. Okay, I'll end there. What a gnarly game. I'm also losing my voice. All right. So there's, come to find out, surprise to me at least, maybe not to others, there are like 200 cards you can choose to play in your blue-red tempo prowess type of deck. And I don't really know definitively what the best pile is. With that being said, I'm not sure if this does play any inherently unique cards that another blue-red prowess commander like the Shark dude or Balmor, even Balmor actually. There's another one too. Yeah, this Shark, Balmor, and not Vivi, not Royal Scions. What am I thinking of? Oh, this dude. Yeah, this dude. This is probably just the go-to one. I think that's probably still true. I don't think Speedball is outclassing whatever this is doing. But to be fair, they do actually play different cards. They do play different cards, to be fair. So if we're going to stick to this style of thing, not a ton of options. That blue-red prowess beatdown style thing, and there's not a ton of options. But I mean, again, you do have Balmor, which gives stats to everything and gives trample to everything. But this does actually have hexproof. Sometimes, if your opponent, if there's nothing else in play, it doesn't. But I actually redirected like 2 removal spells that my opponents weren't paying attention to, and I got people good with that. Which, you know, that's going to go away real fast if people are going to realize that's the case. But this might almost be the thing to play as your blue-red like prowess commander. It's pretty close. What's Cryptoparent Pearl? What kind of name is that? Just making up cards again? Is that what we're doing? Nope, we're not. What? Okay, no, we're not. That no. The fastest reader in the world and go to 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, I'll do that after this. anyways, this is kind of cool. It did not seem like giving this evasion with unblockable auras, flying auras, is ever that ideal. And it's kind of annoying to cast this on turn 3 because you tap out, and if you don't have a free counter spell or something, it feels pretty bad. There's not much you can do to stop that. There's like in ranked, this was not ranked, but you can play this in ranked because now it is here as of today forever. You can do Ancient Tomb on turn 1 and then play this turn 2. You can play Chrome Mox, all that jazz. It does not feel like a Mox Amber deck where I play Amber and then have a 1-minute spell that actually matters in that turn window, just like Vivi wants Mox Amber every single game so it doesn't just die. I don't think that's really the case here. Yeah, you can play Mox Amber. You know, there's other legendaries in this deck. It's actually, I don't know how many there are. Can you? You can look, right? You can just do the thing. Yeah. Okay. There's some. Actually, never. Not a single time did I play Ragavan. So yeah, cool commander. You don't, at least the way I ended up having it built by the end, I didn't need it in play to win. I had access to victory with other threats, which was extremely nice. I wasn't sure if that was ever going to be the case, but it certainly ended up being the case. There's probably anywhere from 1 to 5 really good spells, maybe even a little bit more than that. I don't know. I looked at a lot of spells, but there's probably a handful that are really good with this, and I'm just not thinking of them. I don't know what those are, but I'm sure they're in the pile of things. This was an interesting craft. I did like this. I never got to activate it that much, but that makes sense. Also, what did I do? Yeah, I took out a bunch of lands. I was playing with 33 lands, but the curve is under 2. So I think that's fine. You could probably go to 30 lands. Probably. I don't know. But I liked everything this deck was doing. It did have a few games where I found myself actually having to think. I don't know the last time I had to do that, but yeah. You have to like think about some of your lines, and it's not always obvious, especially when you're trying to calculate lethal. There was, I think, 2 times I failed to kill my opponent after calculating lethal. However, both times I did not get punished for that, but always something to pay attention to. I do like the Royal Scions. Again, there's 200 cards you can choose from, maybe even more than that. There's a lot of options here. Free spells are just so good, especially in 1v1 formats where you're not like 2-for-1ing yourself to go down and stomp one opponent, and then you have like 2 others that are just weren't interacted with. But here it feels pretty good. There's also a lot of must answer issues, and it's hard to just tap out all the time to try to find a way to kill your opponent and also leave up permission so you don't lose to those must answer issues. There's never really a world where you these are all 2-for-1s, let's say. No, not you. This is 2-for-1, 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 2-for-1. This isn't really a 2-for-1, actually. It's like negative tempo, I guess. But like, there's never really a world where you have too many. You're never upset if these overlap. You can 2-for-1 yourself in one game and still win, right? That's not a big deal. They're just all good. I've never actually cast Pyrokinesis yet. Came close though. But you are rewarded for playing good, right? I think there's maybe a slightly higher, I wouldn't call it like a skill ceiling, but there's just knowing when to cast your stuff and knowing when to not cast your stuff is extremely important in a deck like this. And there were a few games where I was rewarded rather heavily for playing the right spells at the right time. And that includes your combat tricks. Just because you can cast them doesn't mean you should, right? Especially if you have a counterspell. Pushing an extra 7 damage that you could push later at a more opportune time is fine. Especially if you think you can get your opponent to block in combat and then kill your opponent's creatures, and you might have done less damage, but you're buying yourself more time by just, removing whatever they're doing inside of combat. So that is nice. And yeah, this having hexproof is cool. Like, another thing about that is if they target it even though they know it's got that ability, well, no, actually, no, there's no way that would ever make sense. Yeah, it just has hexproof. That's it. I'm trying to think of a line of logic where your opponent, like, you're redirecting removal spells to whatever you want, but no, that's not how that works. Your opponent would just cast a removal spell on the second best thing. So that's actually just not true. There are times where this is just absolutely not the best threat in play for you, and that's Maybe more often than not? Not quite sure. These are questionable. I'm not 100% on these. I do like them. Playing them on turn 2 and then playing this and then, starting to make 1/1s, but like they don't have prowess, and this is not the same as Monastery Swiftspear. And a bunch of 1/1s are kind of cool. You do have Enduring Curiosity and what is it? Balmor. There's a few other cards that also would buff the 1/1s, I suppose. But if the only thing they do is buff these 1/1s, I would say probably don't play those. But yeah, the unsummon effects didn't feel great, so I did take those out. I'm sure you can play them, but this isn't quite the same as Katara. I don't think you have to play unsummons, even though you get 2+2/+2 every time you cast one on your commander, and it like swings as a 4/4. It's like a rather funny version of prowess, super prowess. And then like you unsummon something of your opponents, and yay tempo. It's antithetical to trying to get your opponent to have unfavorable combat, where you have a combat trick and mess them up pretty bad. But yeah, cool commander, cool strategy. It's way more successful, at least in the midweek thing, than I kind of would have thought. I don't know about ranked. I'm avoiding ranked until, I play at least a handful of the new commanders, because you're just going to get crushed in ranked, especially that I'm stuck in diamond. I can't go low. I can't go lower. And I would say I wasn't just totally exploiting Force of Will effects. I think my commander actually did matter itself. There's more than just like the blue-red deck. Force of Will, haha. It didn't matter what I did. Force of Will. I think this and the other threats in here were not just totally outshined by degenerate $50 mythic rares that are legal for some reason. Yeah, cool. I like this deck. It's neat. Is it better than Katara and the like? I don't know. If you're playing against the same thing all the time in ranked, you can accommodate that by fine-tuning this and playing more of those cheap burn spells that would mess up your Rikos and Kataras a lot, and they can't really do anything if you just keep killing all their creatures. So that's kind of nice, right? This has play, and then again, it itself sort of has hexproof if you have another threat in play. So I like what this is doing. I really do. It's pretty cool. I got away with some pretty interesting lines here. It's not my kind of deck normally, but I had a good time with it. So can recommend. Can't believe I'm saying that, especially as the first commander I played, but I can recommend this as a commander. And it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but I liked where I ended up with the 99 at least. So, but the land count was the most notable change, I think. Wow, there's actually a lot more red by the end of it than there maybe was last time. I could maybe change this a bit, the basics like that or something. Oh wait, did it backwards like that. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of okay with one red source. Still comfortable with 2 blue, 1 red on average every game. But that's still more than double the blues. I don't know. Alright, let me know what you thought about it. If you have commanders in the new set that you want to see me play next, let me know. The sky's the limit. Well, no, that's not true. This is the limit. My wildcard collection is the limit, so... welcome to any donations. Free to play account. All right. That's that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next